Good afternoon, Manita.
Good afternoon. Can you hear me, right?
Yes.
Give me 1 second. Let me. You see the screen as well, right?
Yes, Manita.
Okay. We'll start with the prayer. Close your eyes, palms together. Seek the blessing from your Guru, God, Goddesses. Simply you are done, slowly open your eyes. Okay. As usual, Rajanta is saying 3 sections. First, we are going to see about the give me a second. Then 100% is volume. Okay. First, we are going to see about the Gocharam, then horoscope lessons. Finally, we are ending up with the horoscope discussion. Okay, that's it. Okay, the coming week is the special week somewhat because as usual, first thing what we are going to see our king and the queen. Okay, the king is still here at April 12. King is still in the Meena Rasi, but in 2 days time, exactly on April 14th, 8:42 a.m. If I'm not wrong, Surya will be navigate to the Mesha Rasi. That means the month of the Tamil people will celebrate this as the beginning of the Tamil New Year. What is the intention here is the sun is entering into the Chitrai month. They call it as the Mesha month as the Chitrai. So the function is also Chitrai Trivila. In a simple word, it is the Tamil New Year. So when this Surya was traveling into the Mesha Rasi, that is the beginning of the year. So because the sun was traveling 1 year for every Rasi, so 1 month for every Rasi. So in a year, it completes the entire cycle, right? From the Mesha to the Meena, it's going to complete the cycle. So that means here, when the Surya in the Meena Rasi now, it is going to complete this cycle in 1.5 days. That's the meaning. Okay. The Surya will navigate to April 14 in the morning to the Mesha Rasi. Now here. That is about the king. The queen about the Chandra in the Magara Rasi. So the people who are in the Magara Rasi, Magara Lagna, or the Magara Rasi becomes the 8th house. Okay, now here is the question. This is the Magara Rasi. Which Lagna have the Magara Rasi as the 8th house? You understand my question, right?
Mithuna.
Which one?
Mithuna, right?
Mithuna, correct? Mithuna Lagna, the people who born on the Mithuna Lagna, the Magara Rasi becomes the 8th house.
8th house.
So now the people who born on the Magara Rasi or Magara Lagna or the Mithuna Lagna peoples, if it is the 6th house, it becomes the 6th house. Okay, which Lagna? Okay, the cursor all the time. Okay, when change the cursor.
Sorry, Manita, what you said? 8th house for Mithuna Lagna. How?
Okay, wait a
8th
second.
house, no? From Mithuna, it is 8th house, right?
No. It is
Why?
from this Kanya, no, 8th.
No, from Mithuna Lagna.
Wait. Don't
I
get
thought
confused.
Kanya Lagna, no?
Wait a second. Don't get confused. Very simple. See, we understand about the king Surya. That's done.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're going to see the queen, the Chandra. Okay, now the Chandra is very simple thing. Who are the people going to have a greater awareness for today? The people who born on Magara Lagna, Magara Rasi. So that means what is that? If your Lagna becomes the Magara Lagna, let me increase the size of the board. So this becomes your Magara Lagna, or the moon was here in your birth chart itself. So that
Okay.
these people have to take a look today. today is the best day for increase their awareness, how their emotion or their emotion is saturating, or emotionally they are influenced, or they are emotionally mature to see themselves. This is the best day for them. So not only for the Magara Lagna, Magara Rasi, the people who born on the, imagine somebody was born on the Mithuna Lagna. Okay, this is
Okay,
their birth.
understood. I thought
That
I think I
becomes,
got confused with Mesha and Makara. Sorry, sir.
yeah. So then the Magara Rasi becomes the eighth house for them. So
Yeah,
the
correct,
people
correct,
born on the Mithuna Lagna, the
correct.
people
Sorry.
born on the, the Simha Lagna, this becomes the sixth house, right? Magara Rasi becomes the sixth house for them.
Yes.
So these
Yes.
people, whenever they seeing this Saturn in their eighth house or the sixth house in from their birth chart, or the Chandra is the Rasi, or the wherever the Chandra it becomes the Lashna. These people, when they're seeing the day, because the 2.5 days is the experimental days for them, how they are behaving to environment, how they are treating people's others, how they are treating themselves. This is the best day for see them herself or himself in a very deeper way. So this is the best day for them. But this is totally not easy. That it will break them down into pieces. Sometimes if the Dasha Buddhi is not helping them. Otherwise, this kind of the days is really a best day to deeper yourself. Okay. Now let's see about the grahas, which is on the yearly planets. Now, okay, now Guru is in the Mithuna. When Ketu is in the Sinha, Chandra is in the Magara, Rahu is in the Kumbha, Surya, Shani, Mangal, Buddhan, everybody was in the Maina Rasi, Sukra in the Mesha Rasi. Okay. So the placement of Guru we already know, Rahu and Ketu we already know about it. The Shani is in the Meena, and the Surya, anyway, it's going to navigate in 1.5 days. Mangal, Buddhan, Shani. Okay. Now let's see about the Pancha. Tithi is the Dashami for till the 1:16 a.m. April 30, followed by the Ekadasi. So the Nakshatra is the Shravana till the afternoon 3:14 p.m. followed by the Dhanishta. Yoga is the Satya followed by the Shubha. Karna is the Vanija followed by the Vishti followed by the Bhava. Weekday is the Ravivara. Paksha is the Krishna Paksha. Now we are going to see about the Bhadra Karna. In the Karna, whatever we are seeing, among the Karanas, the Bhadra Karna is also the Chara Karanas. That is the movable Karna. It is also come again in the same month one more time. That is the movable Karna. Who is the ruling planet? Planet is the Ketu. Deity is the Tiruchendur Murugan. I don't know how many of people know about the Tiruchendur Murugan. This temple is really very famous. In recent times, the last year also, they celebrated with the Kumbhabhishekam. It's very wonderful temple near to the sea. And if you go there, you will understand that kind of the divine vibration. But this is such a kind of the temple. You may be in the next state also in the Tiruchendur. But until unless there is no calling, and until unless there is no divine and you was not matching, you will not even enter into the temple steps. Okay, this is a really wonderful temple. And the nature is okay. Now, here that is about the Murugan temple. Okay, leave it aside. We are only concentrating on the Bhadra Karana. Okay, here the Bhadra Karana, sometimes they call it a Pishti also. Here is the thing. This is the inauspicious Karana. Among the Chara Karanas, Bhadra Karana is the inauspicious in nature. Don't forget about that. Till now, we saw about all the auspicious Karanas. But now we are seeing in the Chara Karana itself, it's an inauspicious one. The Lord is the Him. Here is the thing. Uh, most of the time when the Bhadra Karana was there, if you are going to confronting any of your enemies, the enemies can be anything. It can be your legal battles. It can be your uh, in your garden you want to do the pest control, or in your home you want to do the pest control. This is the best time for that. What does that mean? You are confronting the battle that some kind of the courageous activity. So you may think like, I need to see some person, but I didn't have that courage. I can't able to meet them because I didn't have any courage. So when you have that kind of the tendency, choose this karna. This is the best one for that. And if this one karna, if you want to do any kind of activities which is breaking the barriers, which is sometimes maybe emotionally involved also, you may feel some kind of barrier inside, you can't even come out of it. And this is the best karana. And this is when this karana was there, and you choose the time intentionally and you do that activity, you can easily break the barriers inside you or outside you easily. Okay. What is it? Then if I already told you the breaking barriers is best for going inside also. When you are going deeper, if you start that kind of the tapasya, particularly on that the Bhadrakarna or any kind of the yogic activities, particularly on the Bhadrakarna, the going deeper inside you is so beautiful. You can easily feel that. And most of the time, if any of the activities in your life, you feel that that needs an aggression, that needs some kind of the forceful in you, so that you defend yourself. That kind of the activities you can start in the Bhadrakarna. Okay? So the people who born on this Bhadrakarna, how the personality traits will be. This is the one of the thing which is comes under the all goods and all bads. Okay, it's wonderful Karana. Why I tell you the reason. These people are really fierce in nature. They are really fearful. They are so the aggression in a different way. Imagine three Mars all together. You put all together in one body, and how much the fiercefulness will. That kind of the fierceful nature, the Bhadrakarna will show. They are very argumentative in nature. Same times they are very strong-willed. That's why they can able to compete anybody in front of them. Okay? Most of the time, their mind will feel the restlessness because of that kind of the energy which is inside them makes them to restless, and that's followed by the unstableness in their mind. Okay? Now, what is the beauty here? The people who born on this Bhadrakarana, if you ask them to, you may also have thought about this in the village. If there was any kind of the insect bite or any of the snake bites, whatever it is, they touch the vibhuti. Vibhuti, this is the kind of the sacred ash, which is mostly you know about it, like the Kumkumanda vibhuti. They
Yes.
hold the vibhuti and chant some mantras. When they give it to any other person, it cure the illness immediately. But who can do that? The people who born on the Bhadrakarana, when they do this kind of activities, it's effectively immediately. And when I read this, this is the one book which I keep on remembering about that. When most of the time, whenever I read about the Bhadrakarana, the one book will all the time will comes to me. It's in the Tamil book. It is Velpari. This wonderful book to read, and most of the time, I inclined towards the historical books. But in Tamil authors, there are many people, including the Kalki, but I not even that much inclined towards them. But this one book, I want to read again and again. That kind of the book. In that, they explained about one of the tribal groups. They explained about the Nagakudi. Nagakudi means the kind of the Naga tribe. These people is involved with the snakes in different ways. They try to find out how the snakes was living, how they can make a defense against others to protect their forest. The kind of the different varieties it will describe in the book itself. But whenever I read that, I combined this Karana into that book. I don't know why. Most because of that kind of the tribes. Whenever I read that, we come back to the Bhadrakarna. The Bhadrakarna is the people. They do this kind of activities. So when they try to touch the vibhuti and give it to them, it becomes the medicine. Then you may ask the question, how is that possible for them? I saw the people who do 3 seconds. Separate. Give it to- give it to- Also, the peoples in the village, they don't do anything. They just chant something, or they touch the body and put it into the forehead. That's it. The people illness will go immediately. I really wonder whenever I see this kind of the person. I didn't find an answer, but later on some stages I understand the current this kind of peoples have that kind of the potential. It's an inbuilt potential for them. Okay, how the Kaulava Karna peoples, when they touch the soil, grows like anything, right? The same goes for here. Okay, let's do our next section. That is the ninth law. So now we are going to finish with the ninth law. Till ninth law in different bhavas we are seeing. Now, in a simple words, how we can remember, ninth house is about your father, fortune, and long travel. Fortune here is an equilibrium how you find in your life. So this is the Purva Punim also here mentioned. Then you may ask, it's the fifth house only Purva Punim. How come the Purva Punim comes here? No. Here the Purva Punim is that your ancestral blessing, particularly your father's side ancestral blessing. What kind of the karma they did, what kind of the dharma they did, what eh, what kind of the karmic points they can transmit through you. That kind of a thing you can know from the ninth house. Okay. Are you able to get the blessing from the guru? If your father, whatever the father guidance you can able to get, or that kind of the things you can easily find in the ninth house. So that Lord, the who's governing this ninth house, that Lord sitting in different bhavas only. We saw the last week. Now, the ninth lord in first house, it means the Trikona, one of the Trikonadipati was in your Lagnadipati. That's so wonderful. These people are the self-made person. Okay. Now, ninth lord in the second house. Ninth lord in second house means one of the Trikonadipati was sitting in your Dhanasthana. What is in another verse? Your second house is meant for your food, your nourishment, how your family, how you speak, everything comes under. So literally, what you have in your life, and here the Trikonadipati was sitting. Is that auspicious or not? Obviously, it is so auspicious. You can inherit your parental property, and you have the diversity of interest. Okay. Now, the same Trikonadipati was one of the Trikonadipati was sitting in your third house. That is your Dhairyasthana. What kind of an energy I hold in me that can lead that can lead me to achieve whatever the life purpose in this lifetime. Okay. So that is your aim, ambition, courage, your communication, whatever it is. So in that, the Trikonadipati was sitting. Is that good or bad? Very good. So if the planet was sitting, the ninth lord is auspicious and sitting in the third house, that gives you the charming personality. You definitely, your father will be respectable in the society. Okay, now ninth lord in the fourth house. So normally the fourth house is your home, your happiness. So I'm living in this dimension. What kind of the happiness? What kind of the things makes me happiness? What kind of the things give me the happiness? That's defining the fourth house. So the Trikonadipati was sitting. Is that good or bad? Very good. You're definitely blessed with all kind of the house and conveys, etc. Okay. Now, ninth lord in the fifth house. That is the creativity. Fifth house is your creativity, your conceiving, thinking, thought process, amusement, speculation, your analytical skill, putrastam. Here the Trikonadipati was sitting. Here again the interesting thing. Trikonadipati was sitting in another Trikona. Okay, this is good or bad? Very good. These peoples become having the spotless character. Okay, now let's see. Ninth lord in the sixth house. So the sixth house is the Roga Rena Rikusthana, one of the hidden house. Trikonadipati was sitting in a hidden house. Is that going to have you the edge in towards the auspiciousness? Kind of the auspiciousness. Why? You may not face that kind of the struggle, but even though the struggle in your life, you faced with the kind of energy inside you, make you to face all the struggles easily, and definitely the success comes to your doorstep. Okay, now the ninth lord in the seventh house. That is, ninth lord, whoever the opposite person in that house, the spouse, partners, boss, client, customer, the question in front of you, this whatever you searching in front of you, in that the ninth lord was sitting. It's good or bad, definitely the luck comes after your marriage. The ninth lord in eighth house. Eighth house is again the hidden house. Eighth house tells about your transformation. So it's a kind of a cycle. First is your lagna, seventh is your spouse. So after that, the person is going to transforming himself. Okay. Is there any changes happening in your life? What kind of the longevity you have? What is your transformation out of mystery? Here that Trigonadipati was sitting. So is that good or bad? It brings you the auspiciousness in a different manner. One of the thing is it makes you to the self-made fortunate. Okay, now ninth lord in the ninth house. It's Trigonadipati sitting in a Jumona house. It's good or bad? Definitely good. These people's definitely go for a long travel and most settlement is possible. Now that's about the division. Now we're quickly moving into our class. Okay, ninth lord in the 10th house. Here is the thing. Ninth lord is about your dharmasthana. What kind of the dharma you are holding, and what kind of the ancestral karmic patterns or karmic points. You can say it's a karmic benefits you acquired to this life, particularly from your father lineage. Okay, it's all about your father-like figure, guru kind of thing. That is about your ninth. We are talking about the ninth house. So here that Lord, whatever the things about the ninth house, it's about the father, fortune, and ancestral blessing through your parental lineage, particularly from your mother lineage. A father-like figure or guru. All things comes under the ninth house, ruled by the ninth lord. That lord was sitting in the 10th house. Here is an interesting thing. That is your karmasthana. Sorry, dharmasthana. Now that Adipati was sitting in the karmasthana. That is your 10th house. Okay. What is the 10th house telling you? 10th house telling about what kind of the work you come into this lifetime, what you are going to achieve. Are you going to achieve through your career or your profession? What kind of the image you hold, how the other people sees you, how the other people respects you, how your professional life will be. That is the 10th house. Here, the Trigonadipati was sitting in one of the Kendra houses, that is the 10th house. Is that good or bad? It's considered as the Raj Yoga. Okay? These people are very charismatic in nature, well known to everybody most of the time. Sometimes these people shows extrovert quality, even it's a kind of, it will be, it may not be, depends upon the grahas present in it. Okay. And other things also, the extrovert qualities will be there. They want to exhibit. Sometimes they may not able to exhibit that because of the malefic grahas. Okay. Malefic graha combination or other aspects, most of the time, maybe this quality may not be exhibited. But we go with the happy scenario, ninth lord in the 10th house. That's it. So there are higher possibility. They exhibit the extrovert qualities in a different way. Okay. If this is possible, there are higher chances they enter into the politics and achieve whatever they want. Or else, if the politics is not their interest, they may achieve the authority position in the government or any large organization. If the sun was in a good energy and it's in possess the highest quality in their birth chart, then there is a higher possibility they will be in a higher position in the government job itself, or they work in the large organization. Okay, here is it. These people's wisdom and wit combined together in their DNA itself. You can see them from their professionally how they are behaving, personally also how they are behaving. These peoples are really very good. In simple words, when the ninth lord sitting in the 10th house, definitely this Jataka can achieve something in their profession, and it's well known to everybody. Okay? Anybody having ninth lord in 10th house? Here is it. When I say ninth lord in 10th house, the meaning is if you have a Lagna, Mesha Lagna, your ninth lord is the Jupiter, 10th house is the Magara Rasi. So here the Jupiter was there. So that is the ninth lord was sitting in the 10th house. Here, the one more twist is also coming. Ninth lord in the 10th house, in another words, the 12th lord in the 10th house. Both are same. Okay, then you may ask the question, which one it will come? It's a kind of the balancing between which house you are activating. If you are sleeping well, if you didn't have, I'm telling about this kind of the scenario. Your sleep is not disturbed, if you are donating well and that kind of activities is peacefully going, then definitely this will activate immediately. Okay? It's a kind of balancing one with another. We will see about that kind of the balancing in the next later lessons. But at this point, whenever you see the horoscope, particularly the lords who are having the two houses, you have to be carefully checked. The ninth lord in the 10th house is also the ninth lord, 12th lord in the 10th house. Okay. Now I move on to the next one. Ninth lord in the 11th house. This is a wonderful thing when it's really rare to see. So, give me a second. Let's do it like this. Give me 1 second. Oh. Sometimes I saw Nina was here. I don't know the reality. Time is here.
She has messaged saying she's been getting disconnected.
Oh, okay. Okay, got it. Yeah. Yeah, that. Like I did. Now the ninth lord in the 11th house. So auspicious one. Everybody wants to have like this kind of one combination. Why is that? Because here is the twist. If the ninth lord is not it is considered a scenario, we'll see the happiest scenario first. When the ninth lord is having the good auspiciousness, sitting in the 11th house, that will bring you the Dana Yoga. There is some people who may see that, Vanita, my ninth lord is in the 11th house only, and I didn't have the Dana Yoga. Okay, now let's see about what is the Dana Yoga. First, understand this one point. Dana Yoga means your ninth lord in the 11th house. Keep that one word in mind. Dana Yoga, ninth lord in 11th house. So, what is the meaning of the Dana Yoga? You definitely will be blessed with unimaginable status. You can't even imagine what kind of the status you want to be in, but you will be blessed with that. You have the very influential friends and contacts. Your father is also why the father is coming here? Because of the ninth lord sitting in the 11th house. Your father is well known to everybody. The capability beyond anyone's expectations. That is here is the very important point to note here is your capability is beyond anyone's expectation. Definitely they becomes a legend. They leave a legacy whatever they are touching. Okay. Same time as the wealth is also beyond their imagination. In simple words, all your desires will be fulfilled in their lifetime itself. Okay, then the one may ask the question, Anita, I have this ninth lord in the 11th house and I didn't have this kind of a Dana Yoga. Literally, what is Dana Yoga will give you? blessed with unimaginable status, you have definitely influential friends in the context, your father is well known, and definitely you become a legend. Simply. The wealth is enormous like that. But how come I didn't have that? That's a question will come. So here is the thing. When if the ninth lord increases auspiciousness in your birth chart and sitting in the 11th house brings you that is all the time the checkpoint will be there, the exceptions will be there. Then sometimes Dana Yoga will not be give you this kind of unimaginable thing, at least give you the status which you can imagine. Okay. So then you have to see the entire chart completely. What kind of dasha buddhi was happening, uh, what are the malefic grahas expecting, what kind of the graha combinations you are in. So everything put together, then you will find an answer. Then there was also one more thing will come. All the things were good and everything was correct, but I didn't have the Dana Yoga. Here the twist will come. Most of the time, the believing or not believing the astrology, most of the time I believe like this. Starting from this one point, see, two persons were born on the same birth time, the same date, same time, everything. Then the chart is also same, right? Obviously, the chart is also same. So imagine there the two persons was living in same street next to each other, adjacent to each other, and a child is also born on the same time, same day, everything was same. So the chart is also same, right? But how come this kid was having unimaginable status, then that kid was not having that? Like here is a twist. Your ninth lord was sitting in the 11th house. Who's carrying your who's carrying that kind of the blessing? Ninth lord. And if your ninth lord was not auspicious in you, that means your father lineage, your ancestor blessing is not that much sufficient, then the entire thing, the luck, the fulfillment of desires will be twisted here and there. Okay. Most of the time, here is the thing, it becomes the predictions. That is not a prediction, it becomes a science and the exact max calculations. If you go deeper and deeper, there is a minute difference will be there that differentiate one character to one another. Okay? Let's move in. Anybody was having the 9th lord in the 11th house?
I have Vanita.
My daughter also has it. Yeah, let him finish.
Vanita, probably I'm not a good example because my ninth lord is combusted. So,
Okay, let's see about that first. Okay, then that's a good thing. Everything is a good one. Your Lagna, I know this is the Kanni Lagna, right?
yeah.
Your 9th lord is the Venus. Venus was in the
Kataka.
Kadakaras.
He's combusted with Sun, Saturn, and Mercury.
So, in simple words, the sun is take over the energy of the Venus. So now the Venus didn't have any of it. Okay, firstly, now we'll understand, go with the happiest scenario. We are not imagining the other grahas present in it. Okay, now let's see about which one is exactly matching, which is
None of that is much.
okay, none of this. That's totally possible. Then you ask the question, how is that possible? Because the sun took over his position, and here is the interesting thing, all will come. Here, the 9th lord was sitting in the 11th house, means carry over the blessings of the ancestor to your fulfillment of the desires. Then here, the sun was I admitting, but why Nina was not able to do
She
it?
says it is getting disconnected, Vanita. So she said she'll say the recording. That's what.
Oh, okay. Okay. When the 9th lord was in the 11th house and is combusted, most of the time, whatever Dana Yoga which is going to give you, it won't be give you 100%, but it doesn't mean it won't give you. It will give you in a percentage wise, it really lesser.
See,
Depends upon.
the issue is it is also the fourth lord in 11th house.
Yeah.
Okay, so the fourth lord in 11th house is sort of different.
Your fourth lord is Jupiter. Jupiter in the which house? Jupiter is
Nine.
also here.
Oh, sorry, not fourth lord, second lord. Sorry, second lord in 11th house.
Okay. Okay. Your second lord is also in the 11th house. Oh, awesome.
Hmm.
So that becomes your Dhanasthana Adhipati is also losing its blessing. Okay. Then here your ancestral blessing is also vanished. Then the Dana Yoga will work. Most of the time it won't.
See,
Because the
the other
second
problem is Saturn is aspecting second house.
Saturn aspecting second. Shukra Sun is Venus Saturn combination, even if it was aspecting that will going to give you some kind, it won't reduce your monetary benefit. Will be there, but here the thing is, it not becomes the Venus and the Saturn, it becomes the Saturn and the Sun's energy. Because your Venus energy was kind of uh, taken by the Sun energy itself. So most of the time, when there was a combination of the Venus and the Saturn, you won't lose the monetary benefit completely. There should be the monetary benefit not in your desired level, but it won't be going into a state of a scarcity.
See, the thing is, in this case, it says father is renowned and well off. He's
Mm,
renowned, but not well off. Okay,
mm,
so
mm, mm.
those are the drop that Saturn is giving. Capability beyond anyone's
Ah,
expectation. I have capability, not beyond anybody's expectation.
this is
So
awesome, right?
yeah,
This,
leave their footprint and legacy.
mm,
I don't know. Maybe when I'm old, I'll say wealth
mm, mm.
beyond imagination. Not true because I don't even imagine. So
Yeah, because the sun, the Saturn and the sun combines together, it won't give you that kind of imagination also.
yeah, and added to that, Rahu is in the Dhanasthana. So Saturn is aspecting Rahu, and that fellow is also with Venus.
Oh, I got
So
it.
Saturn is aspecting the Lagna, no?
no, Saturn is aspecting. How Saturn is aspecting
Yeah,
Lagna?
Lagna only, right?
Oh, sorry. Saturn is aspecting Lagna. Okay, okay, then it's different. Yeah.
Okay, Saturn aspecting Lagna give you the different strategy to you. See, you told that the wealth beyond imagination, I didn't have an imagination. That's the exact explanation of that.
Mm.
The Saturn won't imagine anything. Saturn won't allow you to imagine also.
So
Saturn makes
it is like I almost got it, but somehow it is missed.
yeah, the whatever the thing the Saturn makes you do, it wants you to do, discipline in everything, even from your work desk to the to any of the thing, whatever the activities you are doing, it makes you to discipline, and it needs the kind of the structured, organized to work. But it won't
Mm.
allow you to imagine that when the sun's energy was there, when the sun's energy was increasing, it allow you to imagine the dream will come, the vision will come when the sun's energy was in the higher quality. But when the Saturn's energy combined together, it won't allow you to imagine. It makes you to hard work, do work. It
Mm.
won't allow you to do the smart work. Do work all the time.
Yep.
That's exactly describing this. And the Saturn was expecting the Lagna, this will do for sure. You may also heard about this with the Saturn in the Lagna. Most of the people will scared about that because the Sunny was in the Lagna itself. If they are not disciplined from the earlier stage itself, from their born itself, if they are not disciplined in their
See, it
lives.
is a bit more confusing.
Mm.
If I'm not mistaken, Jupiter is also aspecting the Lagna.
Ju-
So
oh,
my
but
Jupiter is in the ninth house. So Jupiter is also as aspecting that. So it's quite confusing actually. So
the whatever it's not confusing when the Jupiter was going to give you that kind of the strength. So most of the time when the Jupiter sitting in your ninth house won't do big work to you. But wherever it was aspecting, it will give you its full potential. I don't know whether I said this or not. Jupiter sitting in one house is like a Rama. Saturn sitting in one
Yeah,
place.
actually, I mentioned that in one of the with Dr. Bala, and he was confronting me. He said, "No, it's not there. Who said it?" So I was not able to find a text actually.
No, it's my imagination. See, when you read something and the qualities of the people was like that, you combined it, right? So that's what the same thing. Whenever I read some books, the idea which I read already in astrology, one way or other, I didn't have an intention to combine it together and organized in my mind in such a way. Somewhat my mind was doing like that. I don't know what kind of the new binding I'm having. So this is my imagination. So when I read the Ramayana, most of the time I believe that the Rama is so wonderful, so helpful to others, not to himself. Why he was burdening himself in such a way, but he was really helpful and he was really a great God to others, but not for him. Same goes for the Jupiter sitting in his own house. It won't helpful to that place where it was sitting, but where it was seeing, it will helpful. It's my imagination maybe. So, that's what I understand. When I see that, most of the time I give you the quote also. This is my imagination, my perspective. When the sun is also same thing. I felt the Ravana because wherever the Ravana was sitting, ruling the state or ruling the country, he makes it a goal. Uh, he always thinks in a very elaborate way and exaggerated way. No one can imagine. None of the people, when the Ravana was living, the other people's not imagining to make the entire city as a gold. How come this person can do that? The same time, the Rama is also living. Rama want to make the other people's happy, want to give the happiness to everybody. But Rama is not like that. Okay, I want to be happy. I want to be luxurious in every way I want. So that's my imagination. If you tell me about the Balaji, there is a script. No, there is no script. That's
Yeah,
my
yeah, yeah.
imagination.
Yeah, true, 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 true.
So
So so in my case, it's really very difficult to directly map with any text because it aspects and combination, it is just layered. So it's quite difficult to map it to any particular text.
correct. Most of the time we will be. That's why I also felt when we read the horoscope. That's why I make it any one of them as my anchor. So it won't be. We won't be lost in the process of researching. Whenever I read that, I don't know why this example was coming to me. I will tell this also. Whenever I read this horoscope, any horoscope, I make one point very much clear. I go with one anchor because I don't want to be like in the inception. So going dream into dream into dream. So you have to be anchor at one point, hold on to that and find an answer. So some point in time, so you may think, okay, is that going to be the correct answer for all the time? No, you may be wrong all the time. So the one of the time you may also realize, right, that is wrong. How you can realize that? Because you anchor at one point. That makes me to help to read the horoscope. I most initial important initially when I read the horoscope, all the time I lost in the horoscope. You can't even imagine. I read the horoscope for a week, and finally I understand what is it, what I started, what I am here. I really have no idea. So, it's a layered only. Most of the time, you may get lost, but you have to be anchored with your question. If you're generally reading the horoscope, it may really takes time, but go with one question and find an answer. When you find that moment, you all the time when you are confused, go and anchor your question and come back to the research. That will help you to try not to. You definitely won't be lost. That's my experience also. Try and see in that kind of a trick. Okay.
Okay.
Um, that okay. There was one more people also, right?
Yeah, it's me, Vanita. Yeah, my daughter has it. She's
Okay.
what is that? That is that sun lagna, no? That is
It is here.
Simha
Which
Lagna.
Lagna?
Simha
Simha
Lagna.
Lagna. Yeah,
Similar.
she's
Okay.
Simha Lagna, and Mars is in her 11th house.
Season level. Okay. So, Lord.
I think I'm right. No, yeah, Mars is in that last house, that Gemini. Yeah,
Wait a second. Simha Lagna, right?
yeah.
Yeah. Your ninth Lord is Mars. Mars is in the 11th.
11.
Fourth Lord also, right?
Yeah. Fourth Lord also. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. Fourth Lord is also in the 11th house. Okay. Which one is exactly matching? Which is totally.
Uh, no, she's doing very good with her career. So I do not know what is the benchmark for unimaginable status, that I do not know. But she's doing good as of now. For her, the moment she finished, she got a very good job. She's placed well, actually. So probably that is, maybe it's still, she's too young. So probably over the time we'll come to know that unimaginable status that I cannot answer now. So yeah, she is blessed with influential friends and contacts. But I used to think she had a barrier and she chose her friends. But now probably this is one. So all her friends are really, really good and very nice that way, because I know most of them too. And
Awesome.
yeah, father is good and yes, well off. That is also a tick mark. Then capability beyond anyone's expectation. She does very good in her work, but she's a very hard worker too. It doesn't come easy, just like that overnight she can't, but she works hard for it and she gets the credit for that. Because yeah, she has won some awards and also probably, yes, that is one, but with hard work. And the next one, I do not know. Probably time will tell, because that's still she's young. And wealth beyond imagination. She's got a very good house. All those are okay. Yeah, that part might, that hope it is true.
Awesome.
So, but maybe because of Mars, she has to work hard. Is that what is my question?
Mars makes you to work really fast.
Yeah, she is a big workaholic. She'll work all through the day, like to get her thing. She'll works hard. That's what.
Okay, where is Saturn?
Saturn for her is in her Saturn is in the fifth house. Her Saturn
Fifth
is in the
house.
fifth house, yeah. That is in this one, yeah, that place.
Okay,
Her Mars in
anybody?
11th house should be very good in her communication, right?
Yeah. She's too good. She's a born leader, actually. She's very capable of getting everything all
And she
that.
should also possess good vehicles.
Yeah, she has. She has.
The Mars energy will really help you.
Yeah, but she's very
where is
energetic,
it?
active, and she works hard.
Okay. Here is the thing. Yeah.
Yeah, they are seeing each other.
Where the Saturn was there. See, here is the thing. The Saturn was respecting the Mars. That makes her do the hard work. The Mars enter into an action immediately. See, it's a kind of the thing. It's a kind of a different forces acting together. Mars is the speed one, and the Saturn is a slow in action, slow in everything. So now imagine a situation when now you are telling that okay, she's doing really doing the hard work and she is achieving whatever she wants. Now let's imagine a situation like Saturn and Mars sitting together in a one place. She can think only, she cannot able to do the work immediately. It won't allow her to do that into an action. Oh, the Saturn was expecting only. So it's a 50% of the energy only. The Mars will took over, and that's why the entering into an action is possible.
Okay.
So if the Saturn and the Mars together, that again makes you to think only, imagine only, and it won't allow you to work.
But she's
and
very
this is really
disciplined.
wonderful combination. I think that
Yeah, Saturn is in the fifth. She's
the Saturn will
disciplined.
do his work very interesting.
Discipline is from Saturn, right?
Yeah, must be. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. She's very disciplined. She will have her points correctly and she'll execute it. So that maybe Saturn is helping that. So to take it positively, that is the one.
Awesome. Totally awesome. Okay, let's go into the ninth lord in the 12th house. When the Lagna starts your birth, the Lagna describe the life of any human, and the 12th house, it's a life cycle ends. That means you, whatever you enjoy, whatever you have in your life, what the courage, you use the courage, you enjoy any kind of a happiness in this life. You create something, you give birth to some children, so one children alone, and you hard work and you would work and fight against, struggle against everybody, your enemies, work, everything, you are disease given, and you combine together life with somebody and you transform yourself into a different human altogether. You do some kind of a dharma in your life, and based on that, you find out which karma it suits in your life, and you enjoy the fulfillment of your desires. Finally, the thing will come. That is your 12th house. It's your liberation, so all kind of the blood related pleasures, your liberation, detachment, what kind of an expenditures, donations, displacement, imprisonment, all comes into your 12th house. Here, just hidden house, the ninth lord going to sitting. Trigonadipati was sitting in one of the hidden houses. These are very good. Why? Because these people becomes the fortunate, the luck will be increased, highly possible they reside in an abroad at least for a few years. This for part of their life in their abroad. Most of the time they won't attach. Okay, here is the question will come. How is it possible? She loved to wear all kind of the luxury items. She have the friends and she have the family or he have the family. How is it not attached possible? The non attachment comes from their mind, slowly grows inside them, and even though the other peoples can view like that, they didn't have that attachment. They're highly detached inside. Higher possibility, their income from various resources. Okay, they believed in the rituals and the religious practice. Then, okay, here is the question for everybody. Why, why the rituals and the religious practice comes in here? Because we are talking about the 12th house. What is that? Why the rituals, religious practice comes here?
Moksha.
12th house.
Liberation, detachment.
No, the liberation is about when the liberation comes, you don't even think about the ritual. You don't think
Oh.
about the people who's around you also. So that is not the real reason. The moksha means whatever the karma you have, you're finished with everything. So imagine you have the 10 lifetimes. In the 10 lifetimes, did all good deeds. Okay, you come with the karmic points, with the good karmic points. You have to enjoy the good karmic points in this lifetime. Otherwise, there is no neutral. Then how come you become liberate? That is not possible, right? Then imagine a situation you did some kind of bad things in the past life, you come with the bad karmic points, and here also you have to suffer and eliminate and becomes neutral with that. Then you can think about the liberation, think about the detachment, think about the moksha. But here comes the thing: when you when you participate in the ritual, when you participate in the religious practice, that's it. You attach yourself to something. It may be the God, it may be the practice, it may be the sadhana. You attach with something. There is no moksha here. Okay, here is the thing. The
You're
ninth,
reducing the karma bad mood. I don't know.
okay, participation in the rituals because of the ninth lord in the 12th house. You remember, the ninth house is also for your tradition, any conventional practice, your
Okay.
rituals, any kind of the divine related things start in the ninth house itself. The ruled lord was sitting in the 12th house. It's going to give you, encourage you to do that. Okay, do this one. Do that kind of a practice. Most of the time, I saw the people who do the Devi Sadhana particularly, Dasha Mahavidya Sadhana, they have this the ninth lord in the 12th house. Then you may ask the question, why, Vanita, why you are mentioning the Dasha Mahavidya and the ninth lord in the 12th house? How is that related? When you practice the Dasha Mahavidya, it's not a smaller, it's real. That sadhana is a greater practice. It needs a patience in everyone's life. And you need the time, effort, and energy to practice every day. Then you acquire something. Because even in the Dashamaka Vidya, they start with the Ganesha Diksha. That is also you have to chant that mantra for lakhs and lakhs and times, then the mantra will be sitting inside you. Then you have to move into the next step. That is the greatest steps will come. What I'm trying to say here was, even though the rituals, the religious practice, you need that kind of the patience. You need that kind of the intention inside you. To have that. When the ninth lord in the 12th house, we have this kind of determination. The energy, the courage that will come. You may also think, Vanita, from the early childhood itself of practicing the religious things and practicing the rituals, I can also follow that. The determination will, when you enter into any kind of a sadhana, even if it is for the 60 days, 48 days, when you are in the process of the middle of the sadhana, every time you break into pieces, 1 week time and the 2 weeks time you becomes lenient in one or the other way. The next day the leniency will be increased. Goes on like that. When you touch the end of the day, you completely you free from the whatever the practice you are doing. That means there is no sadhana there. But when you are the strong will, when you determine to achieve something in your life, then the ninth lord in the 12th house will help you. Okay, here is the thing. This is the kind of the things some I saw some people's and I correlate with them, combined with them. My nerve system was like that. This is for my easier understanding. Most of the time, I forgot very quickly. There are some amount of the things only I can able to memorize, and it stays for me for a very long time. So what I do, I combined with one point with numerous things. So I can easily grab that memory, come out whenever the time needs. I can easily grab from my memory. So this is my point of view. But when you read the ninth lord in the 12th house, but your imagination matches with you, and you feel that okay, this is correct, you match accordingly. But for me, it was like that. Okay. Anybody who was having ninth lord in 12th house?
I'm having one of them. But that's why I asked the question, participate. But then that is not happening. I keep breaking. So that maybe something is not working for me there.
You keep what?
No. You
Okay,
said,
let's see.
okay, yeah, I am that, this one, no,
Mithun.
Scorpio, no, Kataka Lagna. Kataka Lagna.
Kadakalagna. Okay.
And ninth lord is that Jupiter, which is in Meena Rasi, is in my Mithuna Rasi. Jupiter.
In the Mithuna Rasi.
I also have a chart exactly like this. Kataka Lagna and Jupiter in 12th house.
Same thing.
Yeah. I mean, at least Lagna and Jupiter are same. And
Yeah, only, yeah, my moon is of course Vrichika, but moon is there.
One by. You have moon in the 12th house also?
No, my moon is in fifth. No, my moon is in the fifth house, which is Nita. My
Okay. Okay, now let's do one by one. Now the Kadakalagna, Jupiter in the 12th house. Okay.
Yeah.
Which one is exactly matching for you? Which is no?
I think the first 4 points are good enough. Yes, they are kind. Yeah. You can take mark that. Because I've been always lucky and everything. But now this participation in rituals and religious practices is where I'm inclined to do, but I don't complete it. But then now of late, I have just, at least I do my Lalita Sahasranama and Lalita Trishati at least every day. At least once.
That's what
I do that. But then off late only. But earlier always I inclined, I will take up something, but I will never come. So I give up very easily, which I don't want to do it, but somehow it happens. Sometime someone will come home, something like that. Not intentionally, but some circumstance. And also, I think partly a little bit of laziness. Even after they go, I can sit and do, but I won't. I'll take it easy. I think that's what is a little bit on my part also. There's a problem.
Okay. Now, here is the thing. Already the Jupiter will give you the blessing. See, why? Reading chanting the Lalita Sahasranamam is really not a joke. And you doing once in your lifetime, even for 1 month of the practice of the Lalita Sahasranamam in your entire lifetime, it's a greater blessing. See, how many billions of the people living in this world? How many people can be able to chant the Lalita Sahasranamam completely at least a single day? That becomes the wonder. And if we can able to practice, already the Jupiter give you the blessings.
Okay.
Have the kind of the habit, you touch the Lalita Sahasranamam, you are chanting for one or the other. That is a greater blessing. But are you doing consistently? That becomes a question mark, depends upon the other grahas. Okay, because when most of the time the Karka Lagna people will give importance to others, not giving importance to themselves, because they're giving much more importance to the emotions. So because of the priority will be changed. The priority will be, so if someone wasn't come to our home, I have to give importance to them. Okay, my Lalita Sahasranam chanting will be keep aside for a while. I go and entertain them. Then when I come back, I lost my energy and I couldn't even chant. Then the practice me, can if you chant for that, there was no involvement in it. That's happened. But the blessing was there, absolutely it's there. Because otherwise you shouldn't touch the Lalita Sahasranam. I can guarantee for that. You can see
But
n number of the people.
how to overcome giving the priority like this? I don't know. This is actually what
That
you're
is
saying
very
is
easy.
right. All the time giving importance to others, running for them. I don't know. I'm never getting that sense in myself that I should not do that. I should put a, boundary for things. I don't know. The moment I see, I jump and
Okay.
run and do everything. I don't know. This is what is a problem.
Keep a time
This
slot
is
which is
I learned from
undisturbed.
one of my.
No,
This is
as she said, very true. Others' emotions also I carry. I don't know why. Someone is saying something, then I'll feel so sorry. I'll be thinking about them for the whole day unnecessarily. I think I should stop these, which I'm understanding now, but I'm not doing it.
the says about your lagna. It gives you the solution also. I will tell you the why. I learned this from one of my friend who's also doing the Lalita Sahasranam chanting. Most of the time, my mind inclined towards the Saundriya Lagari. But my one of this friend who was all the time chanting the Lalita Sahasranam. What I learned from her was, we are saying right, how come I can spend the time for that? She casually telling this to me. Whenever I didn't find a way during the Lalita Sahasranam chanting, I asked the question to the Devi itself to provide an answer for me, to give a way, to give an answer to guide me properly. So the very next day or some other days, she receives symptoms in different form. Her guru will call her, or somebody will give her an idea, or some tips will come one way or another, or somebody next to her talk in such a way that she find an answer. Then this is the kind of a casual talk. I didn't even ask her, and she told me in the kind of a flow. But this I remembered now. What I can tell you is during your Lalita Sahasranam chanting, in the moment, one round of chanting itself, ask her to the Devi in the initial, before the prayer itself, tell your intention. Amma, I couldn't even spend the time for you, connect with you properly. Give me some kind of a guidance to connect with you daily with my full intention, till my full love. And I want to show my full hearted love to you. Give me a way. And you definitely will wonder, one way or another, you will definitely find a time fasting. And whenever you chant the Lalita Sahasranam, nobody will come. One way or another will the when you ask the question to the Devi will definitely give you that kind of an energy to you. See, otherwise, the peoples who are coming to you, right, they will chant the Lalita Sahasranam along with you.
Yeah.
The one thing is the devotee will, other devotee and the Lalita Sahasranam, Lalita devotee will come to you. You chant together. Otherwise, nobody will come. That's the blessing of the Lalita Sahasranam. You ask the Lalita, and she will provide you all kind of an answer to you. That's the greatest guidance. Firstly, when I heard this from her, I really wonder how is that possible? One single chanting can do all kind of the miracle, but that's definitely will do. Why? Then you will find an answer to that also. Even if when you see the Lalita Sahasranama was just, it's just a name. It's only, what's a big deal about it? But when you are really connected, you see the entire picture in front of you. You see that kind of the divine energy vibe it inverts in you, and you flow through you. And you directly touch the divine's energy, and you will find an answer. Because this is a subtle energy, very, very subtle energy. Even when you, how you can feel that subtle energy? See, when you are chanting the Salalita Sahasranam, someone will touch your shoulder, that's it. Subtle energy goes away. That kind of energy it will be. So you have to be fully aware and you have to be believed in such kind of a divine energy, it will come to you. And that will show you the miracle. And I saw this, I heard about this because you were telling about this Lalita Sahasranam wonder many times. And you try and see how it will be.
Yes. Thank you, Anita. Thank you. Definitely. I'll do
Okay. One more person also telling the same chart, right? How it is
Yeah, that
matches?
is Kataka and Jupiter,
Mm.
and Rashi is Makara.
Okay, the same chart. Which one is exactly matching and which one is
I don't know, maybe sixth house is matching more to this person, because here I see the second one is fine, third one is fine, and the last one is definite no, it is zero.
Oh, it's 0. Oh, okay.
I mean, with difficulty, somehow just to
What's the age
appease.
of the person? What's the age of the person?
20s, early 20s.
So you're in 20s only, right?
Huh.
This will take time.
Okay.
When 7 is the moon, 8 is your, where is the Saturn?
Saturn is in 11th house. 11th and along with Rahu.
Along with
Rahu, not so good.
Oh, possibility is really low. Okay, but the
Ah,
Jupiter will guide him or her. But sometimes this is may not be possible. But if there was a miracle happening, then highly possible. Yeah,
I don't know if miracle will happen because it is a definite no, especially the
yeah, I can see that also. It's a definite no only. But the
yeah.
Jupiter's
Vanita, I
energy
have a
was
similar but different lagna though.
different. Like now, okay, let's see that.
Kanya lagna,
Okay.
12th house, Venus, Saturn, Ketu.
Reduce this. Saturn.
Ketu.
Okay.
So again,
Oh,
the last point does not apply. He's
the last point is not possible. No, it looks like possible for me. Why? What's the age of this
Ketu.
person?
same, around 20.
No, this person will definitely involve for sure.
Like he's, let's say, he's completely pro-atheist kind of person.
But definitely he will. He only, right?
Yeah, he. So
He will
the
definitely, for sure. That is the ninth lord, who's Venus. Venus goes in the 12th house. And he's also the second lord, it's in the 12th house. Along with the Saturn and the Ketu, no, that's a possibility. Participation ritual, at least not in the participation of the rituals, maybe the some religious practice or believe in the religious practice will highly possible for them. That's my thought process. Because
okay.
when the Ketu was present, the believing the rituals, doing the sadhana is possible for that person. Maybe the ritual, it can be the not the religious rituals. The rituals can be any kind of a sadhana for doing practice which can enhance himself. That is also a ritual. But here the rituals here mentioning about, it's an actual traditional rituals. There is a, for me, it looks like it's a possible. If it still is in a 20, then when the case dasha or buddhi was happening, uh, mind change will become, mind change
Yeah,
will come.
in his case, his Shani Dasha will start in few years. So I guess that will change maybe.
possibility is high because when the Saturn's energy was influenced there. But most of the time, I believe when there was a Ketu Dasha Buddhi was happening, possibility is high. Because Venus want all the time want to do it's an unconventional matter. It won't make you to do the conventional practice. No, I do a ritual. I do it in my way, not in the other people's way. Even there was a traditional method also. Oh yeah, I can follow this one, but it's in my way.
Okay.
Both the peoples can able to achieve the same thing. Yes, the end product is same, but both the peoples can do in the path will be different. For me, this person will do definitely the unconventional method. No one can imagine, no one can dare to place the foot in that kind of the path, but he can able to do that. Yeah. Yeah, I thought to see the horoscope also. Okay, quickly we'll finish and I will close the session. Okay, I will going to release our horoscope. Okay, here is the thing. Now, we are seeing about the fifth house. Fifth house is for the Putrasthana. Purva Punya. Purva Punya means what kind of the baggage I'm carrying towards this lifetime. So, the one person can be into the n number of lifetimes. What kind of the karmic bondage or karmic baggage you carry to this lifetime? That is your fifth house. Your children, romance, love, creativity, your thought process, speculation, entertainment, everything comes up under the fifth house. Here is the thing. Here the romance is if the romance is not budding, I mean like, it's not starting to grow here in the fifth house. There is no planet giving you that kind of the energy, then there is no possibility you enter into a romance life also. Okay, there is no creation from outside of you. Okay, there is a thing. What is that? The creativity won't comes out of you, or you may not able to conceive anybody. These all the things will come into your life. Now, let's come into Sas horoscope. Fifth house was Sun and the Mercury. So even though Mercury is not combusted, Mercury was having full energy here. Okay, what does that mean? Buddha Aditya Yoga, because these two planets are combined together. Before seeing any other grahas aspecting, first we have to consider the planets which is positioned in the Rashi itself. So in the Karka Rasi, okay, here is the thing. Okay. Yeah. Again, what are the things you have to remember? There is two planets, which is Sun and the Mercury. In which place? In the moon Rasi, in the Karka Rasi, which is ruled by the moon planet. Okay, now what are the things we have to consider? Sun and the moon, which is in the house of, Sun and the Mercury, which is in the house of the moon. Okay. Firstly, Mercury is the planet for your intellect communication. Sun is the planet for your leadership. But is that possible? Both the things can be strengthened for him? Absolutely yes. Why? He can intellectually communicate with everybody and he can bring the faithfulness to the other persons through his communications, through his intellectualness. He can do all kind of things because the Mercury energy is completely full here. And sons, he can hold the leaderships in every way he can. The leadership quality, what the sun's energy is also not diminished, wasn't here. Okay, then what is if there was everything was good, there definitely the check will be there, right? What is the check here? If these two peoples reside in which house, who's the owner? Moon is the owner. Okay, what is the big deal about it? When the moon was involved here, there is definitely that kind of that emotional influence will be there. Okay, where is the emotional influence will become? It is in the house of the Putrasthan. So the emotional influence in for his children, most of the time whatever he tried to do with his children, but at the same time he will be really proud about his children. Why? Because the son was there. Son prides about the his children, his lineage. He is proud about his children. Okay, they are really good like that. And now the sun, the Mercury in the moon's place means how it is going to disturb you. Any kind of the children related things, the emotion comes in front, the emotional influence will be there. Okay, now comes into the speculated related things. Speculation can be possible for him. Yes. If he enter into any kind of the speculative related business also, there is a success. But what is the thing it is blocking him? Because it was in the moon's house, the emotional judgments blocks his vision. It won't make him to do kind of a strong decision. Most of the time, the judgment will be highly emotional. Here is the emotion plays the biggest role here. Okay. Most of the intellectual speculation, because he is intellect, then speculation is a right hand for him. It's easy for him. Emotional influence in every aspect. What are the every aspect here? Things related with his children, things related with his speculative business or any other thing, particularly in the romance also. Okay, the romance is vibrant or not superly vibrant. Why? The sun and Mercury combined together, it will give you the romance in the very, can say romance in the very vibrant way. Definitely the pride in the children, or in other words, if no, somebody will say, no, I don't have a children, how come you see? Oh, children here means it's a your product. Whatever the creativity you are doing, that is also your creation. You may also pride about your creation. Whichever it can be the art related thing or the in your job or thing you will create. Okay. That's about the sun and the Mercury. Anybody wants to add here before we check with this?
I don't know about the romance, but the other things seem to be okay. The leadership and the communications and all that. I didn't get understand the relationship with the children. I mean, I'm not sure, but I do have some. Most of the time, I argue with my daughter, and I try to be boss around, but she is kind of. She doesn't like that, so we have arguments a lot of times. But other than that, but we have good relationship. So.
When the sun and the Mercury was there, the children is when whatever the things they are doing, your emotion comes in front. The friendliness will comes to behind. The friendliness becomes the backside. Your emotion comes in the front. So whenever your emotion clouding your eyes, what is the first thing you will do? Definitely the argument will the first step you will do. If you are a very aggressive person, the aggressiveness becomes a friend there. But you are not an aggressive here because you are in the moon's house. You are really soft in nature. The emotions I'm telling. So how you will do? You definitely argue. The bossing around will be there because the sun's in full energy. Because the sun always want to protect. That too, his children want to protect with his bold hands. So definitely that kind of a good argument will be in your life. The sun and Mercury will really tell you that.
Okay.
How many children do you have?
Just one daughter.
One daughter.
Yeah.
Anybody want to add here in the fifth house? Okay.
Well, last time I think Saravanan was telling about different social circles and the communication. It's all good actually. That's very true actually, because I have a different set of social life, different set of social groups, and in every
The only thing
group,
is
I
all
think.
of that will be a bit mature. It is not a light-hearted kind of group.
Yeah. It's most of the groups that I have. People in those groups, we go back to like 40 years, 50 years, that kind of long-term relationship. And even, it's not just in India and even in the US and even as latest as the last year tour 2025. I was in the group only for 2 weeks, and I was kind of so popular, or whatever I should say. But we had a get together on the way back from US to India. I was coming back via Chicago, and 20 of them actually came for a get together just to see me, and it was very nice gesture, and I really felt really good about it. And it was all possible. It's because of me, and I guess my nature. I guess otherwise probably they would not assemble in that large number. But anyway, I feel good and I feel blessed at the same time. Uh, so wherever you're right, Saravanan. I mean, the communication, and I think whichever group I belong, it's not just the classmates, or like different classmates, high school, college, and even the Veda class, even the tour group. Wherever I go, kind of I take the leadership, and it's I guess it's in my nature. I don't know. It's probably because of that sun in fifth house, sun in Mercury. I don't know.
Yeah, both the peoples were helping. Okay, here is the thing. So the one thing, as I said, when the peoples are really happy when you are around with you, if imagine the same situation, Sun and Mercury was in the Sun house, how it will be? Anyone can. Now in the SARS has to, it was in Sun and Mercury, in the Moon's Ras. That's why the peoples around him was also feel happy. But imagine a situation, the Sun and Mercury was in the Sun's house. Okay, now let's take it as a homework, because that gives you a different answer altogether. The same combination, Sun, Mercury. Now we understand about the Sun and the Mercury in the Moon combination. Sun and Mercury in Kadaka Rasi. Now you have to find an answer for other Rashis, excluding the Karka Rasi. So then you will have the 11 combination. Sun and Mercury in 11 comes around 7, I guess. Sun and Mercury in the Simha Rasi, Sun and Mercury in the Kanni Rasi, Sun and Mercury in the Tula Rasi. Like that, you have to find an answer till Mithuna Rasi.
That should also be good, right? Because they are not enemies in any ways. So,
We don't see. Okay, here is the thing. Now we will, when you said about an enemy, I will tell you that also. The graha which you feel that it was an enemy, when we said it is an enemy, feel that no, it won't give you any good to you. Oh, that will give some kind of a good in your life. When you feel okay, both are friends, they won't do any harm to you. No, they will do the harm to you. Then what is the point here? Where it was decided, what kind of energy was exceeding in your body, that's all combined together. That's why if you miss one layer, the other layer becomes wrong in your research. Okay. This will give you a different perspective. Now, the Sun and Mercury, you consider it as the Simha Rasi. Sun and Mercury in the Kanni Rasi, do that for the Mithuna Rasi. Whatever the question you ask, right, you will get an answer when you find the every Rasi Sun and Mercury combination. In the middle itself, you will find an answer. Okay, that will give you the different perspective. Okay, then you may say, I don't know how to find an answer. Simple thing. You know about the Sun quality, you know about the Mercury quality. Now the Sun and Mercury, Sun is not combust Mercury, both are individual planets, was in a full power in the Moon house. Now we'll understand how the Sun and Mercury in the Moon house. Now the same combination goes into the Sun's house. Find an answer. Same combination goes into the Buddha house. Okay, here is a twist will come. Buddhan will have two houses, Mithuna and the Kanya. When the Sun and the Mercury in the Kanni Rasi, the energy will be different. The Sun and Mercury in the Mithuna Rasi, the energy will be different.
So one other thing I want to mention actually. So we haven't studied the nakshatras, but Buddhan is in his own nakshatra, which is Ashlesha. Then Sun is in Guru's nakshatra. There is a nakshatra parivartana yoga. Guru and Ravi are in each other's nakshatras. So that may have some effect on Sun being a little stronger. And Ashlesha, Buddha being in Ashlesha may have also added some communication skills and things like that. I don't know. Maybe
Yeah,
when you
so
look at the nakshatras, I think it may be more detailed analysis.
yeah. But before getting into that, when you see the constellation, that the different story altogether, we'll keep it park aside until we touch the stars. But before that, you have to make an understanding, make your mind confuse yourself to find an answer. Okay, the Sun and the Mercury combination was in the Kanya, Sun and Mercury combination was in the Mithuna. What is the difference? You have to find a way. Find the answer, then you really wonder how it will be. The Sun and Mercury combination, the Tula Sun and Mercury combination in the Rishabha, that is totally different. But the Lord is same. Venus is the same. Mars is in the Mesha. Sun and Mercury combination in the Mesha, Sun and Mercury combination in the Rishabha. Owner is same, but the different characteristics will come out of it. Same goes for Jupiter. Same goes for Saturn. Same goes for other houses also. So find an answer for this. Okay? Consider it as a homework. Do some kind of a research. You will find different answer, a different perspective, and you see this astrology in a different dimension altogether. Okay, what are the things it may help you in this research? You remember we read the Kala Purusha chart in the earlier lessons. We revise it for at least 5 minutes of the time. Take the chart next to you, and you already know about the qualities of the Sun, qualities of the Mercury, so you need to read about that. But again, every planet will have its own qualities. Combine it together and find an answer. That's the easiest way. You can maybe spend 10 to 15 minutes. You can easily find an answer. Okay, I stop here. Any questions till now? Awesome.
How is your heart?
My
How is
heart,
my?
my heart is good.
Okay.
My heart is good. I don't take any medications. I am 62. I don't need any regular medications. I'm okay so far.
Okay, great.
My health is great actually. My sixth house lord is Ravi, so my health is really great so far.
Okay, great. Okay, thank you.
Okay, that's it, right? Yeah, I stop the sharing also.
Yeah.
We'll see you all
Thank
next
you.
time.
Thank you, Anita.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, bye.